Good morning, all honorable MD sir, respected principal ma'am, all the directors, respected teachers, parents, and my dear friends. Today we have gathered here to explore the fascinating topic of the physical features of India. This vast and diverse land is not only home to a rich cultural heritage but also boasts a wide array of geographical wonders.
India's landscape is a tapestry of contrasting features from the majestic Himalayas in the north, which serve as natural fortress and source of perennial rivers, to the vast Indo-Gangetic plains that are heartland of agriculture. The Thar Desert in the west, with its golden sands, tells the tales of resilience and beauty, while the coastal plains and the lush western and eastern Ghats in the south offer a sanctuary for diverse flora and fauna.
As we embark on this journey to appreciate the unique geographical diversity of our country, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to MD Sir for giving us this opportunity to delve into such an enriching topic. His support and guidance have been invaluable for preparing today's assembly.
Let us now begin our exploration of physical features of India, celebrating the natural beauty that makes our nation truly incredible. Thank you.
Now please welcome Zenia of our class for the pledge.
Now please stand up and take your position. Put your right hand on your left shoulder and get ready for the pledge. Oh God, I offer you, my studies, thoughts, words, and actions of this day. Enlighten my mind, strengthen my memory, and guide me to do what's right. Amen.
Thoughts are the words which can motivate us for the better conduct. So here comes Manchminda of our class for the thought of the day. India's geography is a testament to the creativity of nature, from the majestic Himalayas in north to serene backwater of the Kerala in south. Each landscape tells a unique story. Thank you.
India, a land of rich culture, heritage and diversity, boasts a remarkable era of physical features that shape its landscape, influence its climate, biodiversity and socio-economic dynamics. From towering mountains to vast meandering rivers to lush forests, India's physical geography is a testament to its geological and social history of environmental significance. Now let's explore the beautiful geography of India through a skit. A group of travelers is being guided by a guide who is explaining them geography and topography of India.
The stage is set with various props representing different physical features of India. Now Ravi stands in front of small group of tourists.
Namaste everyone. Welcome to India, the land of diverse physical features. Today we are going to explore incredible natural landscapes that make India truly unique. Let's start our journey.
I am so excited to learn what are some of the main physical features of India.
Good question, dear. India boasts a variety of physical features including mountains, plains, plateaus, rivers and coastal areas. Now let's start our exploration with the majestic Himalayas.
The Himalaya.
Hello everyone, I am the majestic Himalayas, the highest mountain range in the world. I have peaks and provide a natural weather to a country from northern cold winds. I was formed as a result of collision between Indian plate and Eurasian plate, which began 50 million years ago and continues today. My height is 2,400 km from Kashmir to Andhra Pradesh. I have three parallel ranges in my longitudinal extent. My first range is Himadri.
I am Himadri. I am also known as the Greater or Inner Himalaya. I consist of loftiest and prominent peaks with an average height of 6,000 meters, like Mount Everest and Kanchenjunga.
My second range is Himachal.
I am Himachal. I am also known as Lesser Himalayas. I consist of Pir Panjal range and various valleys like Kashmir Valley, Kangra Valley, etc. Wow, they are stunning.
My third range is Shivalik.
I am Shivalik, the outermost range of Himalayas. My longitudinal valley lies between Lesser Himalayas as Shivalik are known as dunes. For example, Dehradun, Kotli Dun, Patni Dun, etc.
The Himalaya truly makes a sense of inspiring beauty.
From west to east, I have been demarcated by rivers and valleys. Between Indus and Satluj river, I am known as Punjab Himalayas. Between Satluj and Kali rivers, I am known as Kumaon Himalayas. Between Teesta and Dihang, I am known as Assam Himalayas.
Incredible. India's geography seems so diverse.
Yes, you know, Himalayas are the main source of several major rivers like Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, etc. These rivers play a crucial role in providing livelihood to millions of people across South Asia to East Asia.
Yes, the Ganga is more than just a river. It's a symbol of life, spirituality, and renewal for millions of Indians. Guys, our journey continues to the expansive Indo-Gangetic plains spreading across the northern heartland of India. Ganga and its tributaries draw 2,400 kilometers square of area. Now let's venture to the heartland of India.
I am northern plains. I have been formed by the interplay of three major river systems, the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. I consist of algal soil. I have been spread over a large area of 7 lakh square kilometer. I am agriculturally productive part of India. I have been divided into 3 regions, Babar, Khadar and Terai.
These plains are so extensive.
Indeed they are. Now let's venture to the peninsular plateau.
I am Peninsular Plateau. I am composed of old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. I was formed due to breaking and drifting of Gondwana land. I consist of 2 broad divisions, Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau.
I am the Central Highlands. I lie to the north of the Narmada River. I am covered by the Vindhyan Range at north, Satpura at south and Aravali on the northwest. Rivers such as Chambal, the Sindh, the Betwa flows from southwest to northeast which drain my region.
I am Deccan Plateau. I am triangular landmass which lie to the south of the river Narmada. I am higher in the west and slopes gently eastwards. I am bordered by the Western Ghats to the west and Eastern Ghats to the east. Satpura Range flanks broad from the north, while the Mahadev Kaimur Hills and Michael Range from the eastern borders. I have 3 prominent ranges from west to east, which are the Garo, the Khasi and the Tandia Hills.
The Deccan Plateau offers a stark contrast to the plains and the mountains.
Precisely. Guys, do you want to know something way more interesting?
Sure, what is it?
One of the distinct features of the peninsular plateau is the black soil area known as the Deccan Trap. The Deccan Trap dates back to around 66 million years ago when magma from deep inside the earth erupted to the surface.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now let's venture westward to the Thar Desert, the largest desert in India known for its golden sands and harsh climate.
I am Thar Desert. I lie towards the western margins of the Aravallis near India-Pakistan border. I receive very low rainfall below 150 mm per year. I have the only large river flowing in my region, that's Nudi. Most of the time, streams disappear as they couldn't reach the sea.
Despite its arid conditions, the Thar Desert is teeming life from its unique flora and fauna to vibrant cultures that have thrived in this challenging environment for centuries.
That's the beauty of India's diversity. Our final step is the mesmerizing coastline stretching over 7,516 kilometers from the serene beaches of Goa to the mangrove forest of Sundarbans. India's coastline is home to a rich variety of flora and fauna. Now let's venture to the coastal plains.
I am coastal plains. I am flat, lowly area of land next to the ocean. To the east and west of Peninsular Plateau, I am broadly divided into western coastal plains and eastern coastal plains. I am notable for agriculture, trade, industrial center, tourist center, fishing and salt making.
India is blessed with several islands, the most significant being the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep Island in the Arabian Sea. Lakshadweep is a group of islands composed of small coral islands. Earlier they were known as Lakadiv, Minicoy and Amendive. In 1973 they were named as Lakshadweep. India's only active volcano is found in Barren Island in Andaman and Nicobar group of islands.
Each view is more stunning than the last.
Absolutely. India's physical features are as diverse as its culture and people. I hope you have enjoyed this glimpse into our natural wonders.
Thank you, Ravi. This experience has been enlightening and unforgettable.
It's been my pleasure, guys. Remember, India's geography is not just about mountains and river. It's a tapestry of nature's wonder waiting to be explored. Until next time, happy travels. Thank you.
Group discussion offers a great opportunity to everyone to take a deep dive into the subject and understand it profoundly. So let's enrich knowledge through group discussion.
India was once part of the largest subcontinent called Gondwana. During the breakup of Gondwana, around 180 million years ago, the Indian subcontinent began drifting northwards. This movement eventually led in the collision between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate, resulting in the formation of the Himalayas and the Indian subcontinent as we know it today. This is how the Indian subcontinent was formed.
India is a country of vast geographical extent with a total area of 3.28 million square kilometers, and she stands as the 7th largest country in the world. India accounts for about 2.4% of the total land area of the world.
It covers a distance of 3,214 km from the northern tip to the southern tip. It covers a total distance of 2,933 km from the east-west direction of the country.
It shares its land border with other countries of approximately 15,200 km and maritime border with other countries of length 7,516 km.
The Indian Ocean bound India, the Arabian Sea, the Lakshadweep Sea and Bay of Bengal in southwest, southwest and east regions. The Ganga-Brahmaputra river system is known to occupy most of India's north, central and east regions, while the Deccan Plateau is known to occupy southern regions of India.
India boasts diverse physical features including mountain, plains, river and coastline. This diversity offers opportunity for various economic activities such as agriculture, tourism and manufacturing.
The fertile plain of Ganga and Indus rivers support extensive agriculture, contributing significantly to India's food security and economy. Additionally, the western and eastern Ghats provide suitable conditions for growing crops like tea, coffee, and spices.
India's rivers, including the Ganga, Yamuna, and the Brahmaputra, provide water for irrigation, transportation, and hydroelectric power generation. Harnessing these resources is vital for agriculture productivity and energy security.
India is rich in minerals like coal, iron and bauxite which are essential for industrial development. The presence of these resources facilitate the growth of various industries including steel, cement and aluminium.
With the vast coastline stretching over 7,500 km, India has access to marine resources and trade route paths like international trade, contributing significantly to the country's economy.
The Himalayas act as a national barrier, providing protection from the invasion form of northeast historically and shaping the Indian geographical landscape.
The physical features of India are not just a testament to its geological past, but also a foundation for its future. They shape our climate, detect our agriculture, and influence our culture, as we cherish and preserve a sustainable and prosperous future for our coming generation.
In a nutshell, the physical features of India are integral to its development across various sectors. Harnessing these resources sustainably while addressing associated challenges is key to achieve inclusive and sustainable growth. Thank you.
Now, Tanishka and Tanvi are going to recite a Hindi poem.
क्यों ना सहज कर रख ले इस प्रकृति को अपने आने वाले कल के लिए, आने वाले अपनों के लिए। ये कटते वृक्ष, ये सूखती नदियाँ, ये सिमटते पर्वत एक रोज यूं ही नष्ट हो जाएंगे। आज हम कुछ कर सकते हैं, इस रोती हुई प्रकृति के आंसू पोंछ सकते हैं। एक वक्त बाद प्रकृति के सारे आंसू सूख जाएंगे। पर आंसू होंगे हमारी आंखों में भी, जिसे चाह कर भी हम नहीं पहुँच पाएंगे। हम पुकारेंगे प्रकृति को अपनी मदद के लिए, हम पुकारेंगे प्रकृति को अपनी मदद के लिए, पर वो मौत की खामोशी ओढ़े वो बेजान पड़ी बस यूं ही देखती रहेगी। पर वो मौत की खामोशी ओढ़े वो बेजान पड़ी बस यूं ही देखती रहेगी। धन्यवाद।
What would be more wonderful than children representing our culture? So here come graceful Kathak dancer of our class to mesmerize you all with their performance.
Singing connects mind with the heart and heart with the soul. So here comes this Chiraya of our class for the Hindi song.
हम कहाँ
Music smoothens every soul. So here comes one Schmidt of our class to present an English song.
It's time to change, it's time to change, it's time to change. It's time to change, it's time to change, it's time to change. Sometimes the world is in misery, sometimes we lose our way and our very self. Sometimes the world is in misery, sometimes we lose our way and our very self. We abuse Mother Nature, she screams and cries with catastrophe floods, bushfire or any virus. We abuse Mother Nature, she screams and cries with catastrophe floods, bushfire or any virus. It's time to change, it's time to change, it's time to change. It's time to change, it's time to change, it's time to change. Thank you.
To our soul becomes a sort of spirit which never dies. So here comes the for instrumental performance.
Poetry is an expression of thoughts. Thoughts are the words. So here come Tejasvi and Yashasvi of our class 4 and English poem.
India, my country, is unique in the world. Its beauty mesmerizing like my own dream world. One of the oldest cultures, a blend of colors, we heartily feel Atiti Deva Bhava.
Respect for all religions, heart so loving and kind, unity in diversity, elsewhere difficult to find.
Lakes, rivers, mountains, a boon of nature. So pretty and gorgeous, my eyes keep staring.
I feel it's a rich culture. When I read Indian history, so courageous were those people, undaunted bravery. A golden bird flying high is a vivid dream of mine. I pledge with my hard work, I will make my country shine. Love motherland, let's clean and green its every side. An inspiration to the world, my country, my pride. Thank you.
Dance is the hidden language of the soul. So here comes some students of our class to present a group dance.
मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा सुर की नदियाँ हर दिशा से बहके सागर में मिले बादलों का रूप लेकर बरसे हल्के हल्के मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा।
तेरा सुर मिले मेरे सुर देना मिलके बड़े नवा सुरगार। मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा।
मुंहिंजो सुर तुंहिंजे सां प्यारा मिले जॾहिं गीत असां जो मधुर तरानो बणे तॾहिं।
सुर का दरिया बहके सागर में मिले
बदलांदा रूप लेके
बरसन होले होले।
ഇരുവരും സുരമും നവതാകും திசை வேறானாலும் ஆயிசேன் ஆறுகள் முகிலாய் மழையாய் பொழிவது போல் இசை நம் இசை
ನನ್ನದನಿಗೆ ನಿನ್ನದನಿಯ నా స్వరము నీ స్వరము సంగమమై మన స్వరంగా అవతరించి
എന്റെ സ്വരവും നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്വരവും ഒത്തുചേർന്നു നമ്മുടെ സ്വരമായി তোমার সুর মোদের সুর
সৃষ্টি করো কই কুসুম তোমার সুর মোদের সুর সৃষ্টি করো কই কুসুম সৃষ্টি হো কই কোতা। তোমার স্বরের মিলন সৃষ্টি করে
చాలు వచ్చేస్తాను
મળે સુર જો તારો મારો બને આપણો સુર